on this New Hampshire beer tasting from Stoneface Brewing Company out of Newington, New Hampshire. I have Berliner Weisse Tropical. So Berliner Weisse Tropical says it's a German-style sour wheat ale brewed with pineapple and mango. Comes in at 3.7% ABV, has 3 IBUs, 3 SRM. They're going for 3s here. Everything happens in 3s. The what's stated as being the pineapple and mango, I will be looking for blueberry and blackstrap molasses in this beer. Just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm going to do a 50-point review on this beer, trying to actually give these things some meaning behind my tastings of these videos. So BJCP 50-point guideline I am going by, and I am not and will never be a BJCP judge. So let's go ahead, get this one cracked open, get into my little glass, and start this process. So let's see, the head is white, tight bubbled. It is fizzing and shrinking at the same time. The color on this thing is like a pale gold and very clear. Do you see some carbonation bubbles streaming up through? And it's going for the aromas. So, first off, I do pick up a sour note. It smells like a base Berliner Weisse. Get some like a little bit like a wheat note. That's soured. It's kind of the same sour nose you might get from something like day-old rice. If you cook rice and then leave it open on a stove for the night, the next day it kind of has that strange soured nose to it. That's kind of what this smells like, but with wheat. I am not picking up on mango or pineapple. So let's go ahead into this. Start putting my scores down. The appearance, the color. I mean, it's good. It's got good color to it. I mean, mango and pineapple. You're not going to be expecting anything like blue, purplish, or reddish color. So it's going to get the full 2 on color. Clarity, it's very clear, very good. Full 2 on that. Head retention, it's Berliner Weisse. It's really not supposed to have a great head retention as is, because the acidity of sour beers doesn't really play well with head. So it gets the full 6 on appearance. The aromas, the malt I'm picking up on, so I am going to give that a 3 out of 3 for the malt. The hops, as stated, it's only 3 IBUs. The hops are really just there to kind of balance it just a little bit, but I'm going to have to give that the full 3 because it is doing what it's supposed to. Now, the other on this is it has mango and pineapple. I am not smelling either one of those, so I'm going to deduct 2 points for each of those. So the other, I'm only going to give this I'm going to give this a 2 out of 4. So that gives it a possible 8 out of 10 on aroma. All right, it's time to go into the flavors and the body of the beer. Cheers. So there's a fizzy carbonation to it. Very light, watery body. Leaves you a little bit dry on the tongue. There's quite a bit of a tart flavor. The amount of pineapple that I'm getting out of this is kind of like if you opened up a can of pineapple, you dumped all the contents out, and then you kind of just licked the side of the empty pineapple can. It's really not that present. And the mango isn't really all that present either. It's kind of if you're gonna get mango out of this, it'd probably be on like an underripened mango, one that's really not ready to eat, or if you just bit into the outside flesh of a mango, maybe. There's a slight hint of a weediness, but it's ever so slight. But with a Berliner Weisse, it's kind of right where it should be anyways for the malt flavoring. I'm going to have to give that the full 4. Hops, they're just there as a slight balancing act. Shouldn't be too bitter, too hoppy. So that's going to have to get the full 4 on that. Now, balance is typically just between malt and hops, but this also has pineapple and mango in it. There's no real pineapple mango showing up. It's very slight. You have to really think about it. So, I mean, it would have got the full 5 on balance, but missing the other ingredients there. I'm going to give this a 3. Carbonation, I think it's right where it should be, so I mean that's going to get the full 3. And then aftertaste, goes in, you get the tartness, a little bit of spittiness on the sides of the tongue, the back sides, and kind of lingers around just a little bit afterwards, but dries your mouth out. You are ready to go back to try to find those flavors. I mean, it's got a good aftertaste. So, but it's still missing the pineapple and mango. If there was that in there, I'm going to give this a 2 on aftertaste out of 3. The body on it, I think, is spot on for what Berliner Weisse should be, so that's going to get the full 5. And drinkability, it's very drinkable. So it would have been better if it actually had more flavor of the pineapple and mango that was in this. So I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 for drinkability. So let's just add this up real quick. All right. So I'll go over aroma. 1 out of 10, I gave it an 8. Appearance, 1 out of 6, I gave it the full 6. Flavor, 1 out of 19, I gave it 16. Body, 1 out of 5, I got the 5. And drinkability, 1 out of 10, I give it an 8. So this gets a 43 out of 50. Total, which puts it into the excellent range. Excellent would be anywhere from 40 to 50. So it's on the low to mid range of being a perfect beer. So if we put that into a John and Nelly category where he does his 100-point scale, this would probably be like a 90, right around a 94 maybe out of 100. But yeah, I am giving this a 43 out of 50, and I think let's just say like the 5-point scale that a lot of brew tubers do. Probably put this thing, I would say, anywhere from a 4.25 to that 4.5 out of 5, just based off the scoring that I gave it, breaking it down. Personal, like, you know, how much I like this, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. So, cheers, guys, and thanks for watching.